Welcome back to Chris Does Crypto. My name's Chris, and I've got a pretty important question to ask you for what is probably the most important crypto-related video you are ever going to watch. It has the potential to make you filthy rich. Look, I'm sure you are tired of advice on how to make money in crypto. You know the stuff that I'm talking about, the stuff that barely keeps you afloat, leads you down a path where you get influencers, selling their bags on you, rug pulled and all that stuff that, is, going on massively in the space. Well, buckle up, because today I'm going to reveal a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that could have you living in luxury beyond your wildest dreams. And I'm not kidding. It's called real-world tokenization of assets, or real-world asset tokenization, and it's shaking up the entire financial world to its core. But what exactly is it, and why should you even care? Well, it's obvious to me, but maybe not to you, because let me tell you, this could be your ticket to becoming filthy rich beyond your dreams. In this video, we're deep diving into real-world asset tokenization. We're going to break down exactly what it is, how it works, and most importantly, why it has the potential to be the biggest wealth-building opportunity of our generation. Are you ready to learn the secrets the financial elite don't want you to know about? Then smash that like button, subscribe to Chris Does Crypto, and hit the notification bell, because you are going to want to be kept informed on everything that happens in this crypto market. It's game-changing for you, and don't miss out anymore. Let's get started and unlock your path to financial freedom, and we are going to do it together. Let's go. Let's talk about what real-world asset tokenization actually is. So imagine you could own a piece of a fancy art collection, a skyscraper in New York City, or even a share of a gold mine, all from the comfort of your couch. Sounds crazy, right? Well, with real-world asset tokenization, that's becoming a reality for many. RWA stands for real world assets. These are things that you can see and touch, like buildings, art, or even invoices. Tokenization basically means turning something physical into a digital token. Think of it like a digital certificate of ownership stored securely on a special system called the blockchain. Now, the whole blockchain thing might sound intimidating, but don't worry. We'll break down in this video for you what that actually is and means. For now, just know that it makes these digital tokens super secure and transparent. With RWA tokenization, those real-world assets are broken down into smaller pieces represented by these digital tokens. This means anyone with any budget can participate investing in things that were previously out of reach. You can call this fractionalization. Imagine owning a fraction of a multi-million-dollar mansion, or even a tiny piece of Picasso paintings. Real-world asset tokenization opens the door to a whole new world of investment possibilities. So that's the basic idea of real-world asset tokenization. For me, this really does level the playing field for retail investors, and we're going to see money flow into this sector massively. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below, and let's move on. Now, I want to talk about real-world asset tokenization and the fact that I believe that this is going to be the #1 crypto trend of 2024. There are going to be lots of projects building and going live throughout 2024 and 2025. This is going to be a huge, monstrous narrative, and the market size is phenomenal. Let's look at actual real-world asset tokenization use cases. You've got real estate, tokenizing property for fractionalized ownership and digital transfers. Let's just think about the efficiencies that can be made when it comes to real estate. One, you've got the ability to level the investment playing field, right, for retail investors. So it will no longer be out of reach to invest in something very, very valuable, whether that be a rare car, whether that be a mansion or an apartment in New York City, as mentioned earlier. There's many different opportunities here, but what is also really, really interesting is that digital transfer aspect that seems to get swept under the rug, missed when it comes to communicating real-world assets and real estate. The efficiency of putting all of this data on chain. Imagine having your house deed on the blockchain, right? That transfer is going to make it seamless. You won't have to have all the, paperwork, all the solicitors and so on. It could all be done in a smart contract. And for me, that is phenomenal. There's loads of efficiencies to be made. Commodities, tokenized gold, oil, even coffee, tea, the list goes on and on. Lithium batteries. There's so many markets within the commodities market, being precious metals and, all the other commodities and stuff. So look, for me, this is a monstrous sector in itself, right? There's sectors within the real world asset sector itself, right? So this is huge, right? We've got art and collectibles. We've talked about that briefly. We've got stocks and debt instruments, again, being tokenized. We've got currencies. We could see CBDCs, digital pound, digital dollar, and so on, right? There's been lots of talk about this for over 12 months now, right? Property rights, IP, supply chain management. There is just so much that is encompassed in this sector when it comes to use cases for real-world asset tokenization. So look, this is basically, I guess, the way I've articulated it back in 2020 when I first started talking about this monster narrative. Don't get me wrong, like, we've got a history of being very accurate with our predictions. We called the AI narrative that you're all seeing or have seen recently, we called that in 2019, right? So we're well on track for real-world asset tokenization, right? So we've got a phenomenal track record. That's why you've got to follow our channel. That's why you've got to come into the Cheeky Crypto Discord, link in the description of the video, free to join and have more meaningful conversations with us there. This is probably the biggest opportunity that is not being exploited, that people aren't really delving into and positioning themselves for yet. And there's lots of opportunities, and we're going to dig into those, not just in this video, but in future videos over the next few days. So definitely subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell, because you're not going to want to miss me telling you what projects to be looking at and potentially investing in, right? Not financial advice, just my views, my opinions, but I have a phenomenal track record. So look, I'm not going to go through all of this article. I'm going to share the article in the free Discord for you to read through at your leisure. Let's move on, because there's so much to cover. So I want to talk about what experts are saying. BlackRock talking about a $10 trillion real-world asset vision. These are, some of the projects, and again, I'll share this in the free Discord for you to read through. I'm not going to go through it in this video. It's not really what this video is about. It's just to talk about this sector and this huge opportunity that you don't want to be sleeping on, right? Let's have a look at what experts are saying. BlackRock talking about it being a $10 trillion market, and I'll come on to my views on that as we move forward. We've got Chainlink creator. He says real-world assets, RWAs, are the next big trend in blockchain. We've got tokenization. Real-world assets could grow to $10 trillion market by 2030. Again, they're talking about, obviously, the kind of move to the upside that we could expect. The market cap for tokenized assets could reach 10 trillion in a bull case and 3.5 trillion in a bear case, absolute bare minimum. And we're in the billions right now. So it's a huge potential growth opportunity here. So we definitely want to be all over this. If we just wait for this to load up, now I've lost it. Where is it? There's people talking about this going much higher, like where is it? I'm going to go to the top. Real world assets outperforming crypto. So this is why I wanted to say, crypto is being outperformed by tokenized real estate assets already. So this tokenization aspect of things was so small that it's already outperforming crypto. So once it's all on the blockchain, you're going to start to see this sector outperform Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all these others, right? Because it's just so early, and there's projects that you can get into seed, pre-seed, private sales. We do all of this in our Discord, so you need to jump in there and ask for more information on that. So look, people are talking about the size of the market, where it can go, the vision, and all that wonderful stuff. We've also got real world asset sector outperforms on growing TradFi. Tokenization effort is well underway. We got real world assets surging, driven by Goldman Sachs tokenization initiative and MakerDAO's plan to invest $1 billion in this sector. So they're all going after it, right? We need to be fully aware of that, right? We got tokenizing, I can't bloody talk today, real world assets, redefines financial inclusion, $16 trillion outlook. They're saying it's going to go higher by 2030. You're looking at $16 trillion, like trillions with a T, not a B, for billions, right? We got Robinhood can get more efficient by tokenizing real world assets, says Crypto Head. Again, all talking about it, right? And then we've got companies popping up, like I mentioned. They're looking to collaborate, launch real world asset tokenization projects. We're seeing more of this. It's going to be a big narrative for me to be helping our community get involved in some of these projects super, super early. So, if you see me talking about real world asset projects for seed round, private rounds, and so on in our Discord, then, I encourage you to definitely get on it and research it, see whether it resonates with you before making any investment decisions. How is real world asset tokenization disrupting industries? So really do want to talk about this, right? It is going to disrupt. It is going to have huge potential negative impacts on, jobs for certain people, certain sectors, and so on, right? Real world assets, as I mentioned earlier, could revolutionize the real estate market if we just use one example, right? By, having it all on the blockchain and with a smart contract being able to make purchases of property, you're not going to have those long waits. You're not going to have solicitors necessarily involved and so on. So this stuff has huge potential to cut costs for consumers and cut out middlemen that we just don't need anymore. So, it is definitely going to have a really, really big impact on, different sectors in the real world as, traditional business is kind of set up now will become a thing of the past. Mark my words, there's efficiencies to be made. There's jobs to be cut. And, it's not just about AI. Real world asset tokenization is a real big thing. It's going to change how we interact with businesses that we do traditionally right now, right? Traditional business is going to change, and they don't even know it yet, right? We're that early. So look, 3 trends for the adoption of real world assets. Interoperable supply chains. We talked about supply chains. Really, really important to be aware of that. End-to-end real world asset solutions, a bit like what I was talking about when it came to the property market, but you got SaaS, cloud service models. All of this stuff will change. It has huge potential. And then we got borderless on-chain markets. Like the days of like being a shopkeeper in a shop, changed significantly when you had online purchasing, with online stores. This is like that third kind of leap, because you don't even necessarily need an online store. You just need to have a service. It could be done in many different ways, right? So it could be done from a phone and so on. So this is like a new iteration of like the internet and everything, really. And I want to come on to my thoughts on the size of this market, right? Because there's people talking about 10 trillion, people talking about 16 trillion. Like, I think that these are really small numbers. I think we're talking more quadrillions, because the way that I see real world assets, and you see people talking about a $1 million Bitcoin price prediction, right? And people are probably going to call me crazy. They're probably going to tell me I'm mad. But this video will be like a Bitcoin video when somebody was telling you to buy like $1. This will be like that video that's shared where they're selling Bitcoin at like $1,000. This is the type of video that you're watching today. And this is going to be your biggest opportunity in the crypto blockchain space in order to build generational level wealth, not just a little bit of wealth. If you get this right, and there's no guarantee that I will get it right, you will get it right. We don't have crystal balls. But what I would say is, if you do get it right, somewhat right, $1 trillion market, huge. This is where you are as an individual in a position to outperform BlackRock, JP Morgan, and all of these big institutional players. You personally, on a personal level, could invest a very, very small amount of money in, the real world asset tokenization, movement that it hasn't even started yet, hasn't even sort of taken off just yet. And I'm going to give you some projects to go review and look at, right? And I'll help you with that. Join the free Discord. Like, with all levels of excitement from me, sat here today, with all the learnings that I've made in crypto, all the forecasting that I've done, and people in our Discord, if you ask them how accurate my predictions have been over the last 24 months, they'll tell you. I don't need to tell you. They'll tell you. I am very confident in what I'm saying in this video. Very excited about what I'm saying in this video. And if you're a lucky person or lucky enough to watch this video, take note, because this is probably the most important video I've ever made with the biggest opportunity out there. And I don't even think you need to invest an awful lot of money. I think like a few $100, and you get the right projects that you invest that few $100 in, you'll be set for life come 2030, 2040, 2050. I really, truly believe that. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next one.